Okay, so here we are, Movement Monday. So a little bit of a different concept today. I'm going to talk about alignment. Why is it so important? Why the body is sort of set up in mobile to stable segments, how those muscles work together. And we're going to bring those two things kind of in together to integrate them so you can understand why we do certain exercises and ask or kind of tweak positions and talk about things. So you'll see it moving forward. You'll understand it better. So kind of bear with me as we go through it. So alignment, why is it so important? Well, if you think about it, every day I have patients that come in and the general appearance is usually rounded shoulders, head forward. You know, they got a lack of ability to connect their core muscles. They got a pelvic or anterior, posterior tilting. Knees are usually a little bit flexed. And they walk in and they're complaining. Like, my neck is sore, my back is sore, I have leg pain, my knees are arthritic. And you think, well, you know, look how unaligned or underconnected your tissue is. The whole body works as a unit, like it works under tension, and the connective tissue and the muscles and the joints work together that way and know how to align and hold the body and create communication between my left shoulder and my right foot, you know, so how we actually make movement start to happen and using the right or bigger muscle groups to get that job done. So on top of that, we have a body built from moving parts to stable parts, so we can integrate those. So if you think about that, your big toe is supposed to be a mobile segment. The foot is stable. Ankle mobile, knee stable, hip mobile, low back, lumbar spine stable, thoracic spine mobile, scapula, the wing, stable. The ball part of the joint complex, mobile, stable, mobile, stable, mobile, stable. So you can see it really literally stacks itself in a joint by joint or segment by segment, muscle group by muscle group way. And if we kind of respect it and then let it communicate with each other through that connective tissue better, actually we help to eliminate some of the potential for injury, probably improve our performance in our sport and daily activity, and then move better, feel better, which is what we all want to do, right? So not that this is the be-all, end-all piece of it, but it's an important sort of ground or fundamental piece of how to understand stuff moving forward. So think about it this way. People sit at their desk and they're like, you know, backs are rounded, heads forward, they're sitting like this all day. And when they get up, they're still stuck there. So what we want to do is have a ways and means to kind of connect that tissue to feel that we've actually got ground forces and we've connected the muscle groups from the big toe all the way to the top of your head. So what I always tell people to do is simply, when you get up, and you can do this standing, but drive your feet into the ground. Make your arches lift up in your feet, so get your feet to the outside, so feel like the inner part's lifted. Squeeze your glutes or butt as hard as you can and squeeze it downward. Take your hands, put them behind your back, and squeeze them back and down as well. Try to make them longer. Try to actually get your hands below your glutes. Pull your shoulder blades back so tight that you actually could probably hold a pencil between the shoulder blades. Pull your head back as well, and then create tension. And you should feel that, the stretch at the front, the activation of muscles from behind, lots of squeeze. Now, that's an isometric contraction in a fully aligned body position. I can actually increase it. So let's say I want to make it 80% of my maximum connective tissue pull. So I'm going to squeeze as hard as I can, lift, and I can actually squeeze till I almost start to shake. And that's a connective tissue load of about 80%. So that helps to connect that tissue to let it start to move. So moving forward, we're going to be thinking about how alignment and how those moving segments actually play a role. So let's think of it this way too. The connecting parts of my body, like my knee, my lumbar spine, and my lower cervical, are very strong. They are connectors. They connect motion. My hips, my ankles, they actually generate movement, all right? So connecting joints have to be strong. Mobile ones have to be strong as well, but create more power. So we have to respect how we utilize those as well too. Imagine it this way. The most arthritic parts of the body are the connecting parts. The knees, the lumbar spine, the cervical spine are pretty much your top three zones for that, for general degenerative and joint arthritis. Kind of for a reason. We're probably using them incorrectly. That's what's creating the arthritic potential. So we want to tap into the power zone. The only segment, and there's always an exception to every rule, is the hip joint, because it really offers both mobility, power, and stability as well. So, man, it's got a tough job to do. So bear with us as we move forward. You'll see how this all works, all right? Give it a try.